Not only did I read the report, I actually paid some attention when I dressed myself this morning, unlike that scene over there.
Everyone has an opinion about Canadian federal politics.
Oh, yeah.
Hey gang, what's up? Just Aaron right here, Canadian Looney. We watch the question period daily. We do a live stream of that broadcast. We've got an amazing community, a very fun chat room. Come and check it out. These are some clips from what we've been watching on there. These head-to-head battles on the House of Commons floor are ridiculous. No answers, it wouldn't seem ever, but they do generate a lot of questions. For you, the Canadian thinker, like wondering what to do when you go to the ballot box. If you watch these videos here, you're going to figure out what decision you want to make. I assure you that. My name's Aaron, Canadian Looney. Like, subscribe, share, get notified, all those fun things. Come and join us for one of the live shows. Let's check out this video, some bonkers head-to-head stuff from the House of Commons floor. Let's take a look.
Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, I have tremendous respect for the member from Vancouver Kingsway, whom I have known for many years and with whom I have worked constructively for many years. I share his concern about income inequality, and that's why I know that he shares my happiness at the jobs numbers that we got this morning. The fact that we have 47,000 more jobs added to the Canadian economy in September, the fact that wages have outpaced inflation for 20 months in a row, and as an added bonus, rents have been going down in Vancouver.
Member from Leeds, Grenville, Thousand Island and Rideau Lakes.
Parliament's budget watchdog has confirmed yet again that Canadians pay more in carbon tax than they get back in so-called rebates. In Ontario, for example, a family will pay $1,400 more than they get back. But they already knew that because everything costs more after 9 years of these NDP Liberals. Taxes are up, costs are up, crime is up, and time is up for their economic vandalism that they're perpetrating on Canadians. So why won't this Prime Minister just put Canadians in the place where they need to be with a carbon tax election?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Mr. Speaker, he didn't read the report. It's obvious, because on page 1 of the report, it says right here that Canadians will see a net gain, receiving more from the Canada carbon rebate than the total amount they pay in the federal fuel charge. Mr. Speaker, just flip to page 7. It's a bit long, I know. The Member of Parliament might have a bit of a difficult time with a document like this, but the meaningless slogans don't matter. What does matter is that, broadly speaking, our updated estimates show larger net gains for average households right across income quintiles in backstop provinces compared to the previous distributional analysis. If he's going to quote the book, Mr. Speaker, he ought to read it. It's right here. I can bring it over if you'd like. Page 1.
Just going to ensure that we, of course, treat all members with the respect and dignity that all members deserve. The Honourable Member from Leeds, Grenville, Thousand Islands and Rideau Lakes.
Well, Speaker, not only did I read the report, I actually paid some attention when I dressed myself this morning, unlike that scene over there.
The Honourable Member knows that order. Honourable Member from Milton will take a seat. Colleagues, I've mentioned this before in question period that it's inappropriate to comment on the looks of any member, and so I do point that out. So I'll invite the Honourable Member from Leeds, Grenville, Thousand Islands and Rideau Lakes to start his question again without the comments which the Speaker has risen to his feet for.
Speaker, not only did I read the report, I was able to make it past the first page, all the way to page 19 of the PBO's report that shows the true cost of the carbon tax for Ontario families, that it's going to be $1,400 more than they're getting back in their phony rebates. And Statistics Canada today revealed the full effect of the economic vandalism. All of these high taxes and economic wealth redistribution were supposed to make Canadians better off, they claimed, but instead we've seen the largest gap between the rich and poor that's ever existed in this country. It's time for a carbon tax election. Why won't they just give us one?
The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, I know that this is Friday, and I know that Conservatives just cannot resist every day seeking to plumb new depths of degraded nursery playground insults. But I have some advice for the member opposite. If he wants to insult a colleague for his appearance, never a good idea. Maybe don't pick a gold medal winning Olympic athlete.
Order. Order. The Honourable Member from Calgary, Rocky Ridge.
Well, Mr. Speaker, after 9 years, taxes are up, costs are up, crime is up, and time's up. This week, the Parliamentary Budget Officer once again reported that the carbon tax costs more per family than families get back in rebates. In Alberta, the carbon tax will cost nearly $2,000 by driving up the cost of gas, home heating and groceries, and nearly everything else. All 10 provinces don't like it, and Canadians don't like it. So when will the government call a carbon tax election?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You know how you can tell that the Conservatives know they're losing the argument? Is when they resort to useless, meaningless, ad hominem attacks on people's appearance. That is unnecessary, unparliamentary, and childish. It's childish just like their slogans, Mr. Speaker. They don't want to cheer on Canada's economy. They don't want to acknowledge that 47,000 jobs were added in September. They don't want to acknowledge that interest rates are down because inflation is down, and gas prices are down, and unemployment is down. And Mr. Speaker, the best part is our emissions are down too, because our plan is working. Canadians are working hard, and our economy is working for them.
The Honourable Member from Calgary, Rocky Ridge.
Mr. Speaker, I asked him a polite question and he didn't answer it, so I'm not sure what that response was about. I'll ask again and point out, though, that the PBO report couldn't have been more clear. It's right there on page 19 and page 3. That's where the PBO says that Canadians pay more in the carbon tax and GST on the carbon tax than they get in rebates. The carbon tax drives up the cost of gas, heating, and groceries. It kills jobs. It suppresses wages by chasing investment out of Canada. But he doesn't have to agree with me, Mr. Speaker. His government can call a carbon tax election, and we'll see what Canadians have to say. When will they do it?
Hear, hear.
The Honourable Minister of Justice and Attorney General.
Mr. Speaker, the carbon price is this simple. It brings down pollution and it puts more money in the pockets of 8 out of 10 Canadians. It is the single best mechanism known to the market to reduce carbon footprints. In fact, it was a Conservative invention, but their opposition to it is unsurprising. What is surprising is the complete flip-flop on this position that we've seen from the NDP. When you flip on your principles and abandon supporting carbon pricing, you breed voter cynicism and you send one message to progressive voters. That is that if you want somebody to defend climate action and support attacking pollution, your only option is the Liberal Party of Canada.
Everyone has an opinion about Canadian federal politics.
Oh, yeah.
Hey gang, what do you think of that video? Please leave a comment. I love the comments. My name's Aaron. This is Canadian Looney. We watch the question periods daily live. We do a broadcast on that. Please come and check out the channel. I think that you would enjoy the chat room very much if you are interested in Canadian federal politics, learning with other people that are learning, that do have opinions. A lot of these people in the chat room know a lot already. Come join us, come check it out. That's it. These other videos are very wild. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, share, get notified for the live shows, all that fun stuff. Aaron, Canadian Looney. We'll catch you next video. Thank you very much for watching this one. Catch you next time.